back for more Space Engineers. And hopefully not exploding. Although, knowing my luck, explosions are likely. Now, it's been an extra week, so what was I up to? Ah, yes, I'd merged the two submarines together, and then we'd captured this thing. After it lightly smashed into an asteroid at high speed. I believe the plan was to grind this down for parts, mainly. Because I don't need 3... Ooh! It's quite a bit of loot as well. Hello, even. Hello, Trolltails and not Miss Fun. Latvia, wow. I didn't know I had a Latvian audience. East Europe, yeah. 26,000. That's gonna be quite heavy. Is there a connector on this thing? There does not appear to be. Ah, yes, I'm fairly familiar with European geography. It's not the best place to be. Um, so I don't want out of this. I want the ammo first. Ooh, solar cells. That could be useful. Rifle's not that interesting. Yes, chipstick shenanigans. Usually I relax, then something manages to move its way through the asteroid field and cause chaos. What kind of alcohol is shenanigan? Someone gave you a helmet, Graz. I'm not sure who. Someone must have attacked you with a gift sub. The joys are mainly moving stuff across because whacking a connector on would probably be slower. Hello, Tanino. Tanino. As most people will know, my utter inconsistency in pronunciation is consistent. Yeah, did anything on this ship get hit? Tonino. Okay. I will endeavour to remember for at least 5 minutes. I can't guarantee beyond that. Ah, yes, the whole solar panel's getting slightly blown up. Alright. thought it was Space Grids Memory. 29U. Oh yes, and I almost forgot. I'm using... I was about to say new mod, but it's not new per se. It's just one I'd forgotten about and hadn't been using. Which has a very useful feature. Which is, I'm sure we've all had that painful experience of realizing, oh no, something's wrong with the internals of my ship, and I don't know where it is. Now, hang on. Might be easier to demonstrate over here. Got a magic button. Let's see. Basically turn armor invisible. So you can see what you've screwed up inside your ship. And the cool thing is, it's only based on the grid you're pointing at. It doesn't do it for all of them. So I can do it over here without it affecting any of the subgrids. Magic, yes. The mod has another feature that I won't be using because I'm playing in survival, which is it can... actually, hang on. I can quickly get the link to it. Kill the witch. Hey, I didn't make it. You can't blame me. It's called SE Shipwright. Found here. Stupid extending things. There. Yeah, its other feature that I won't be using is it can convert conveyors automagically. So if someone's giving you a design that has 1,000,000 conveyor junctions, you can just use that and it will change it to something more sensible where it can. Yeah, it's got solar panels. It's got 2. It's got 3. Has it got 4? No, the other one got blown up. I know, chipsticks. It can be a bit visually annoying sometimes. And I suppose technically, because of how the conveyor network's only recalculated when it breaks, if you're just using normal tubing, the conveyor network tends to break less often. Which I suppose is bad for combat ship, but good for performance. Because it just splits, and then that's it. Not it's constantly splitting junctions off. Except when they aren't. Yeah. Plus, the other handy thing is, it includes you. Yeah, mount points and air tightness is something to worry about. Yeah. Hence why it's only something I'd use in creative. But it's also good because you can do all the conveyor types. So, in the case of lots of conveyor junction spam, you can change it to reinforce, which is stronger. Which obviously, for like older builds, it didn't exist then. Yeah, plus I figure for the sort of things I'd be using it for, like, say, NPC ships, airtightness isn't that important. Like, if you attack an ACS ship, your assumption is it lost airtightness because you shot it full of holes, not because a conveyor junction got replaced with a tube. Using it on atmospheric ships would be slightly dicey because reinforced conveyor tubing is heavier than junctions by a fair bit. So especially if it's a big ship, yeah, it could become no longer capable of flying. Now I'm thinking whacking a connector on would have been faster than the shuttling backwards and forwards, but I'm too close to the end to change now. Oh, both my oxygen bottles have run out. Oh, I got a precise... I probably don't need a precise rifle. 30? Oh, because these aren't considered components. I'm thinking for a second, why are they not being pulled into the large cargo container like everything else? And as you can see here, I'm very much not on the standard inventory settings. I think it's ×3, because the normal's like 400 and something thousand. I forget what the exact number is. Yes, TV ammo is not components. I mean, you say that when, I think it's... I'm trying to think which ammo types. Artillery and assault can ammo isn't put away by the, auto deposit because it's ammo, even though I believe Gatling does. It basically acts as though it's handheld ammo, even when it isn't. No areas. So not even fireworks. You can't put fireworks away. You must keep them. And I was going to use the bits from this ship to repair the conjoined submarines. Hello, diabetic duckling. Okay, I've probably got most of the stuff out now. Yes, Autobot strikes again to try and prevent Gruz from commenting. It would be nice if it was just an option. Well, I suppose it's that's true of a lot of things. Now you know that Automod is running, yeah. What's that noise? Sound like a ship or something. There's nothing close. I'm sure that won't end badly when something random sneaks up on me, because there's so many signals. How are we doing? Well, nothing's exploded yet, so better than usual. Oh, the conveyor network broke. Ow. Okay, out of power. The night is young, very much so. Seat. I need a seat somewhere. Run. Do I have a goal in this? Not really, no. I mean, I do have some vague idea of, like, having the base, like, connecting to the various asteroids through, like, tubes and stuff. I need conveyor junctions for fixing this. Oh, the thing I was going to do was, goal is to not have your game crash. Technically, the game doesn't crash. Although, speaking of that, I was just going to try seeing what happens if every 20 minutes I just save and reload. Because if that stops it happening, that's a lot faster than waiting for a minute and a half. So goal is to hold still play, and then spend it again. Well, I mean, probably my short-term goal is to get the Tube of Awesomeness turned back into glass. The problem is, silicon is not easy to come by. Mining stone gets basically none of it. Yeah, rip the tube. Not the tube. Oh, right. Armored conveyor. I need steel plate. Obviously. You'd think with the amount of hours I have in Space Engineers I would know that. Oh, right. I can't go the other way because this sort of... Okay. Explosives, however. Well, yes. Ah, yep. So, for example, I can see if I'm stupid and got the conveyoring the wrong way around. Okay, that looks good. Looks like it broke here as well. Oh, that was still very funny when, I forget who it was, made the comment about having all my gyros at the back of the ship could be a potential weakness. And I said, it'll be fine. And then, on its first trip, it got attacked and the back bit of it blown off and I lost control. I mean, it took me something like... there's a Discord post somewhere where I said I had X number of hours in game. I think it was like 3,000 something, and I had no idea that small grid cryopods existed. I'd literally never seen them. And they'd been added like 2 years before I said that. Yeah, let's just get scrap metal out. That's weird. Is it considering scrap metal to be components for the purposes of it not going into the refineries? But the interesting thing is it doesn't get pulled back out of the refinery to go into the container again. Well, that's the odd thing, Graz, is that it doesn't go the other way. Unless I'm hand depositing into the cargo container, which I don't think I was. Oh. Dang it! That was right as I was about to save and reload to avoid that happening. Perfect timing. At least I know from where it unpauses that I've got 20 minutes. It's because I joined the world for about a minute before I started the stream. But yeah, the scrap metal thing's weird. I mean, I could have just been depositing into the cargo container directly, and it was going, you can't go the other way, because it would have sort of been whitelisted to prevent it going the other way? I didn't think it would. What have you got, like, conflict? Well, there's nothing. All I've got, because I'm not using Izzy's inventory or anything like that, is just a conveyor sorter to shove every component into the large cargo container. But weirdly, it seems to pull in scrap metal even though that's not a component. Despite the fact that when I manually put it into a refinery, it doesn't then drag it back out. Is SMP. I assume you're asking if it's single player or multiplayer, in which case it's single player. Okay, so 20 minutes from now, so 41 minutes into the stream, I have to remember. Yes, scrap is weird. I'm no expert in how Space Engineers defines it. Or there's both, yeah. That's entirely possible that it's both. Ore scrap and ingot scrap both exist. It's like how, dang it, I haven't got them, so I can't demonstrate it. Oh wait, no, the, one of the subgrid refiners got it. This number here, I think Gruz knows about this, is lying to you, unfortunately. The 500%. It's actually more like 407 because Keen made a slight screw up when doing this display value. Actually, what ship is that on? It's on this one? It is. Okay, thrusters are working again. We don't need... we can keep the internal thrusters, they're fine. Yeah, this was the original bit of the yellow submarine that had all the gyros that kind of got eviscerated. Oh.
Inventory full.
I don't trust ice after that previous death of it flinging itself into my face.
Inventory full.
Just repair everything that's on fire first. Jump drive might be a bit tricky. As you probably guess, I'm not playing with the critical jump drives mod. That would have ended very badly on multiple occasions. I mean, it probably also would have caused some wrecks to just detonate on their own, which would be kind of funny, but I probably wouldn't see it happen. But it's such a fun mod. It is! Much like the airlocks mod that kills me over and over. Or Capac panics and kills all three of us. Okay, here we go. I've got some scrap metal, so rather than chucking into there, let's just chuck it into a random cargo container and see where it goes. So currently the refinery does not have any scrap metal in it. Okay, dump it in. Now where'd it go? Oh, we've got some in the refinery. Oh, is it all of it? Ah, interesting. I must have just been dumping it into the cargo container, and it couldn't go backwards. Oh, that could have killed me. That's something I need to do at some point. Get some lying around this place. Some Reaver Slayer out there. There's another submarine that might have crashed. It does seem to be the trend. Okay, turrets and thrusters. Yay, someone's playing SENT. Well, thank you. And knowing my luck, I'm sure disaster will happen the moment I decide to venture out beyond this relative safety. Just holding even more scrap metal. The temptation to use Bob is rising a bit. With how long these sort of repairs can take. Have I even got any steel plate? What's stopping you from using Bob? Well, I prefer not to use it if I don't have to. Ah, right, I can remember. I just gotta take out the motors if I want to disassemble them. It's on fire under here. I mean, apart from everything. Oh! Really? The jump drive's disabled on both ends? That's inconvenient. If you got anything else interesting. Nice hot seat, yeah, it is. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Yeah, this thing. The thing I was definitely grinding down because there was almost none of it left. You found yourself a big gift. Well, a couple of things happened. Well, this was 2 weeks ago now. I found this ship. It flung some ice at my face and I died. I then captured what little remained of it. Then, shortly after I brought it back to base, this ship decided to somehow miraculously maneuver through the entire asteroid and attack my base, and luckily it died. So yeah, things have changed a bit. You got anything interesting, or it's just ammo? Oh, a lot of ice. You do have a jump drive and not much else. The conveyor network's basically shot, so I would have to move stuff manually if I wanted to. Getting very disorientating with all the ships around. Just keep spinning until I find which way is up. Jump driving cow paint, so cowboy. I mean, it could be. Oh yeah, have I got the bits to fix these solar panels? I suppose the base is more of the immediate priority repair. Well, with it having all the important stuff on it. Any Rex or spawns can spawn with ores or ingots. I think some of them can. Wait, why is it? Ow. Upside down. That way. You need steel plate. Wait, I've got 3,000... I've got 3,000 silicon? When did that happen? What did I disassemble that has so much? Well, why is there fire? Why am I hearing fire? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where is that coming from? I definitely just heard fire. Something just shot at something nearby. Pretty confident I wasn't hearing things. That sounded like a artillery or something. Don't tell me there's something out there that's not broadcasting. Old Prospector Jenny's sort of heading this way. It's on a weird path if it's going... It almost looks like it's about to crash into the asteroid field. No, that submarine's over there. It's either going to crash or it's going to just pass by the asteroid field. Don't see anything else that could be getting attention. I mean, it could have the explosion of something just crashing into an asteroid. Hello, Artie. Asteroid dodging in. Well, I mean, it's possible other things have been failing to dodge asteroids, judging by the random exploding sounds. But it seems like with this 3,000 silicon, I can finally afford to bring back the tube. It could have been an unknown signal, yeah. I'd be surprised if they managed to spawn inside here. Where's my signal back on disassembling? What are you doing? Unless I changed it back. It's entirely possible I did and just didn't notice. Oh, right. Hang on, I'm just stupid. I forget. I have to pull out of the container. There we go. Yeah, there's signals when they blow up nearby. It sounds like weapons fire to me, but I suppose most explosions do sound vaguely similar. It definitely didn't sound like the, I think it's assault cans that sound like beatboxing. I get nervous when a friend plays. I have to do double check on our ships. Yeah, in case they accidentally blow it up or leave something on it. Oh, didn't replace that with window. And I need girder, of course. Oh, I missed some. Dang it. What the? Something pushing me? Or did I just collide with the asteroid? That was weird. Maybe it's just some slight pause in the game. Tube must return. Okay. Are these all windows? Yes, they are. Good. Gone into mods. Hopefully build info will help them knowing with what button does what. Yeah. Uh-oh. Nope. Bad, 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 bad. That's bad. That's very bad. Where is it? I don't see it. Even though I made that mod, which is kind of the way it is like that, but did it crash? I'm not being shot yet. Probably hit the asteroid. That's the default answer for if something doesn't show up. So that's from a fun little mod of mine where rather than you seeing their signal and then interacting with them, they send basically some ominous sounding audio when they get within a set distance of you. Like, it gives you enough time to react to it if you're fast, but it can also cause you to panic. Yeah, which is kind of the idea, really. I suppose, technically, if you're already at a, on a ship, target locking might pick them up at roughly the same time. Yeah, this is not cheap for silicon. You know, I said I had like 3,000 something. I've now got 2,500. This is the one problem with this tube, as much as I like it, is it is not cheap. Like, this whole thing is 3,000-ish on its own. I did the maths a while ago and I've already forgotten it. Okay, now to do the other side. So basically the idea with this is you have the armor panels at, well, I'd say each end if like say this was an asteroid. Well, I have sort of got here. You have basically the armor panel is like the bracing at the end, and armor panel as the walkway, but then the rest of it is rounded glass. So you can sort of see out the tube. I'm trying to remember, maybe it was a comic book series or something where it's like a space station, but they had these sort of tubes where you had the walkway, but then everything else you could see out of. No, I forgot about the thing. Oh well, it gives me some time to plan. Because I think the problem I always found with these sort of like walkways or connecting tubes is they were either had to be really big because you had to make the floor out of entire block, or they were extremely rectangular. Whereas this gives you both the solid floor, but it's only an armor panel, which is fine. But equally, it looks supported at both ends. It doesn't look like it should just fall apart. Why not using armor panels first block a door side? That is a good question. I try to remember if I did it. I might have originally. Actually, I think I did originally. Yeah, that's entirely possible. Because yeah, I remember mentioning that. Ideally, it would be a pain to do. Why not grated catwalks? Not airtight, I believe. It was either that or the fact you can see through them. It's like that weirdness how I believe connectors work through grated catwalks. Like if you put one over the top of a connector and then try to attach another one, you can attach through it. I mean, obviously this place isn't pressurized at the moment, but still. Spoil. I know I've... How dare I have reasoning for this? Plus, yeah, the catwalk doesn't seem quite as solid. It's a bit... Connectors work through all the thin blocks. So they work through armor panels as well? That'd be weird. You could essentially have a hidden connector. I cannot spell round. No, not equals. That's... There's no obstruction check or anything. It's just whether it can get close enough, which obviously with a full block I'm guessing it can't. So yeah, I might change this back to panel. And I believe radar panels like the last block? Yes. We must test this theory. You could hide them behind the old catwalks. Oh, like the really old, the solid ones. It's like, I was trying to find sources on what is and isn't affected by thruster damage. I found the problem is a lot of the wikis have not entirely accurate information on them. Because there was one that listed stuff that was resistant to small grid thruster damage, or like immune, but I couldn't find one for large grid. I mean, it's possible just nothing is, and they're just some things are more resistant. Yeah, I think that's how it was originally, because I was talking about having a, it'd be wildly impractical, but you know, like one of those circular vault doors? Like at each end? As impractical as that sort of thing being a subgrid. Isn't largely just to melt the face off everything. Not necessarily. I know heavy armor's pretty good at standing up to thruster damage. But eventually, yeah. Because if the wiki is to believe, I think it was for small grid, for large grid being immune to small grid thrusters, everything below a certain deformation ratio. Oh. Where's the drone? Where's the drone? I should see it start broadcasting within a kilometer if it's here. Where are you? Just keep moving around my jetpack in case it's locked onto me. Blast doors can hold against thruster damage. Yeah, I was wondering if that's for large grid. They don't deform, but they still take damage, I assume. Actually, didn't I have these spotlights? Were they hooked up to the defense block? Do they even work with the defense block? That's what I don't remember. With subsystems default. We know it's on because the turrets have shot things from further range. I suppose maybe I just haven't been outside to see if the turrets point at things. What's in my inventory that's... Oh, girders. Okay, reminder for myself in 13 minutes at the 1 hour mark to save and reload the game. Hopefully I might remember. It's funny though that in previous streams I've been aware for it and just waiting for it to happen. I've pretty much always been ready for it. But now that I'm trying to reload to prevent it happening, I keep forgetting about it. Okay, tube looks complete. Did I used to run the arm panels across the top? That's the only thing I can think of that might have been different. I don't think I did, because I like the idea of being able to see the, yeah, I like being able to see the conveyor line running above. Yes, yes, not Mr. Fun. The tube has returned. Tube. It gives you that walkway while also giving you the cool view out the windows. And it's not just a rectangle. But yeah, I really like the way the reinforcing looks with the armor panels. Like, it looks like something that would work structurally, even if in reality it probably wouldn't. Now I just need a million more silicon to do that again. Makes me think spine and ribcage. Well, that's fair enough. Actually, I might be able to replace this solar panel that got blasted off. And I also need to remember to stop going there to try and pick stuff up. Over here. And all components were successfully withdrawn. Of course. Time for some stone mining. No, Lenjet, how dare you suggest stone mining? I'm almost tempted to mod stone to basically give no ore just to stop people asking about it. Maybe that's a bit extreme. Yes, I've never much liked stone mining. Because it either completely gets rid of the point of mining ore deposits, Or in the case of something like silicon, it gives you so little that it takes forever. Or at least very little in comparison to how much, like, even a tube of this nature costs. Better ores mod. Oh, that's the. Isn't that the one that adds, like, ores that can have multiple ores be produced when they're refined, or some are, like, better versions? Okay, so 45 bulletproof glass. Let's just do some maths. Go disassembling so I don't. Yes, you're looking at 225 silicon per. You're looking at 225 silicon per one of these round windows. So this is what, 5 blocks wide. So that's like almost 1,300. And then you got 2,600, and then you've got the other ones. You're looking at pretty easily 3,000 silicon just for a pretty simple tube like this. It also nerfs stone. Ah. Yes. I'm more of the, rather than nerfing stone, nuking it into oblivion. I'd basically, with that sort of thing, I'd have a... And when I say nuking, I mean... Actually, I'm trying to think if I did it with... I did it 2 different ways with mods. There's, I think it's called expanded settings. Where one of the options is to change the yield from ores, and you can just go stone 0.0001. But I believe I found a way with messing around with the vanilla files through a mod. Oh, that submarine's right there. That submarine's right there. That submarine is very close. Where's it going? Is it about to crash into an asteroid? It's on fire? Oh! Oh, there's probably not much of that left. Still got thrust. It's not shooting at me. So that's something. Don't see any turrets on this side. What about the other side? There's... Oh, the interior turret above the door always seems to survive. Why does this always happen? I mean, it's not going anywhere. Because judging by the fact it's lost reverse thrust. Submarine here. And because the way I made the mod, I can't just grind in through the wall. That would kill me pretty quickly. Where's my base? Where's GPS? There. There's too many signals. Yeah, the problem is they smash into it going forwards and then can't reverse because the reverse thrusters are normally at the front. Oh, no, I'm running out of superpower. Go, go, go. That's a cutback hunt if I've ever seen one. And this was after I cleaned up a bunch of them. That's partially why I'm making the big submarine thing, is to hopefully finally head out of the asteroid field and wreck them. A bunch of the signals around here. When you get solid line on... Yeah, it was kind of like that before. Like this, it used to be a lot worse. Just saying something. I mean, it doesn't help that stuff that's over 68 kilometers away is still broadcasting. Actually, let's just... distance from... No, not from center, from me. Anything that's more than like 200 kilometers away can just be deleted. Because realistically, I'm never going to find it. Actually, we'll say 100. There we go. Oh, you maniacs! It's my first time having 50 viewers. That's amazing. Oh, and sorry for missing your follow, Electrifidi? Jeez, my pronunciation of names is so bad. Electrifige. I mean, it doesn't help with some of the usernames, I must say. No more. The freezing still happens, although thank you for reminding me that that's due to happen in about 5 minutes. Yes, it's very hype, Marcus. Now the tube's done, I can go back to concentrating on this. It's 2 words. Electrify. Oh, electrifying DJ. Okay, that makes more sense. I suppose if it was like uppercase E and then uppercase D and J, I would read it as that. I mean, I don't blame people with like the amount of common-ish usernames that are taken with how long like Twitch or Discord's been around for. Like, I was surprised I was able to get my username when Discord changed it. I forget how long ago that was. Where they changed it so they basically made it like Twitter style, where everyone had a unique handle. You just thought it was Dutch. Hey, Black Shadow is perfectly readable and is Dutch. Mana still plate? I suppose that's not that surprising. Oh no, not large hydrogen thruster. Okay, maybe I just worry about getting this. No, get rid of the thruster. I don't want that there. We can replace it with something else. Her name is black on a black background. That's not easy to read. That is true. I've noticed that in. I think for me, when it's on the stream, it changes the color to like a grey, so it's actually readable. But if I look at it as a Twitch viewer on the VOD, it is black, which is really difficult to read. She's judged. They're just weird and you don't argue with them. Oh. I mean, everyone's weird, let's be honest. Oh, it's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy joke. See, the references I don't get. That's what I get from hanging around Splits and Capac. I feel... The problem is, I feel young from hanging around Splits and Capac, but then Black Show makes me feel old again. So I get the worst of both. If we're all normal, that would be weird. It would be. Actually, I'm tempted to get rid of this sorter, because I mean, most stuff's getting pulled into this cargo container anyway. Where are you? There you are. You can get replaced with the reinforced conveyor tube. Because you are even stronger than a junction, which I found slightly surprising at first. I would have assumed the junction would have been stronger than, say, this one. But I think it's the... Is it the T-junction? Yeah, the T-junction is even stronger. Despite weirdly having more exposed ends. Like a T-junction has these half bits in 3 directions, plus the detailed side. Whereas like this only has the one at each end and that one. If you push the black button, it lights up on a black background to not push the button again. And if you push it too many times, the universe explodes or something? Oh, it's at the hour mark. Okay. Save. Quick load. And we will see if this works. Because if it doesn't work, the game's going to pause within like a minute or two after reloading. But if I can do it like this is a lot faster than waiting. I think I timed it to like a minute and 40 seconds or something. At least my save file's not that massive that loading takes too long. I suppose more the problem is if having in combat. I say that and then the loading takes like what, 20 seconds? No, don't tell me it broke the loading. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, knowing my luck. We'll give it another 20 seconds or so, and then I'm going to have to restart the game. Lenjet, I tried to avoid the game pausing by saving and reloading, except now the loading isn't happening. Do I take the pause or loading pause? Well, if I have to restart the game, then it's not faster. Yeah, I don't think it's loading. It's a good opportunity for a stretch and a hydrate, yeah. If I was mean, I'd just run ad for a minute and 20 seconds and be like, and we're back. Yeah, I don't think it's loading. Let's just quickly close that and launch it again. No, I don't want to play first release. I mean, I could do that for... What date is April Fool's this year? A day of the week? Not what date. Oh, it's a Monday. When you rely on space engineers. Well, I already knew that this asteroid is... The modifications I made to asteroids are janky at best. Yes, Lenjet, I know. Yeah, because when it was loading before, it lost the spinny thing that tells me it's loading. Because normally it only disappears right before you load in. I'm guessing it having to load all the asteroids again probably doesn't help. I guess I just live with it then. Oh, again. No. Unable to place? What? Oh, don't tell me. Is this a mobile grid now? Oh, okay. It's still static, but it's not attached to the rest of the base. Really? So I can't place a conveyor junction there. Well, this just got problematic. I suppose connector, maybe? This is not ideal. Wait, so none of the attachment points. Reload. I don't have to reload again. I'm going to have to reload back 5 minutes beforehand. If I just done like a cargo container there, it would have been attached. I mean, the thing is, the cargo container generally has no attachment points. I think the actual connectors are the only bits. I mean, it's still static because it's embedded in the asteroid, so that's something. Or is it? No, it... Oh yeah, it still intersects with the asteroid. That's probably why it hasn't started drifting away. Okay, I can do that. Can't do that. Okay, so I can do that. Not that way. Which means I've got to try and use a subgrid, which is always fun. Merge block it? Maybe. The problem is it's still static, so merge blocking two static grids sounds like a recipe for disaster. But sure, why not? Okay. Are you considered to be reattached now? Yes, you are. Good. So what I need to do is whack down some extra cargo containers, because this will then attach it to the frame around it. Plus, if it doesn't work, I can just redo it again. I mean, all components successfully withdrawn. That's clearly not true. Okay. Are you considered part of this grid? Yes, you are. Good. Yeah, if that... It's not embedded in the asteroid by much either. Like, the code container, it's only the very bottom of it. If that hadn't been attached, that, because of Nev's mod, would have turned mobile. And I don't know what would have happened then. With it already brushing against things. That could have ended very badly. All that for me trying, basically getting rid of the sorter. It was unfilling incoming jank alert, yeah. It could have easily just freaked out and started destroying things by spinning around. You've had Clang visit, not for half a cup of sugar kind of visit. This would be a rather significant visit. How much iron have I got still? 476. Oh. Oh, right, because now all the... what's it called? I was going to say ore, that's not the right word. Scrap metal. It's now being shoved back the other way. And that reminds me, I was considering streaming something Thursday mornings my time. Because I noticed a lot of my audience is American and European, despite this not being the best time in the world for them. But the only problem was I couldn't decide what to stream. Because it's all either stuff I'm already streaming or I'm going to be streaming in the future. Co-op. It's lunchtime in Germany. I must have been looking at America then, where it was like early morning. Ah, where's the seat? This is Rocket League. Probably not. Rocket League... A, doesn't look great in 30 FPS, which is what I use for streaming. And... it is... I mean, it's funny you say that even. Until this stream, the most views I'd ever had was Saturday's Valheim stream. What I did figure out pretty quickly is that Stellaris does not do well. I mean, it didn't help I was having crashing problems towards when I stopped streaming it. It's like, oh. Where are they? Oh, the spotlights are pointing. Are they? I think they're pointing. No. Okay, they're still pointing in random directions. If they all point the same way, it suggests they found something. It's like, yeah, between Space Engineers, Valheim, Icarus, Solar Stationeers, no. I don't think Stationeers is something I would enjoy solo. Mainly because of the amount of time things take. Plus, if something goes blammo, that's basically your entire playthrough done. I mean, I was tempted to do like a GTA or Mass Effect Chaos mod or randomizer run. But I'm not sure how many people would watch that, because it's certainly very different from what I've streamed so far. It's like Splitsy always bangs on about it. You need to both enjoy the game and people want to watch it. I mean... I won't say viewers is the most important thing, but equally, if I'm just streaming to myself, then there's not much point of that. The randomizer was a good laugh. Yeah, my worry is the line between it being funny and then when you keep failing it over and over, at a certain point it gets frustrating. I think, in theory, streaming it and having chat there could make it better, because I could, like, have do a poll, if it's getting really bad, do I want to skip this section, or turn the difficulty down for this section. Rage Quitting's also funny, yeah, but I don't want to do that. Where chat can basically go, okay, you've suffered enough, you can go to the next bit. Because I know with both the GTA and Mass Effect that there are some sections that are really bad and others that are just easy. It's true even that stream doesn't cost me anything even if no one watches, but equally, if no one's watching it, then I would probably just stream it in Discord. Because then I can chat with other people at the same time. Thank you for follow, I'd assume Monster. The 3 threw me off for a second. How many arm panels there? Yeah, it's true it's ultimately about having fun, yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily that they would watch me on Discord, it's that more you have that sort of interaction with people. In the same way that you can have with Twitch chatting with it delayed. Yeah, you need to generally enjoy what you're doing. There's no point, playing a game that you don't enjoy doing. Because it's really difficult to come across as entertaining and enthusiastic and interested in what people have to say if you're not enjoying the game. Because you're in this state of, how long until this stream ends? And then I don't have to play this game again. You're just going through the motions at that point. Which is really not what you want. Yeah, even that's what I'm saying, yeah. Nearly fixed the holes. Oh, the armor panel's a lot cheaper. Oh, yes, I probably need to take out the refinery and the yield modules, because I really don't need those. And it gives me more space. What am I even saying? Space to wedge in more stuff. Oh. See, I ignore that, and then it's gonna be the one time it actually manages to make it through and attack me.
Inventory full.
Although I don't hear any turret fire. Actually, I should probably swap back to just a weapons only. For the defense block. Which is buried in the asteroid next to the medical room, so it should stay intact most of the time. Unless the tube gets destroyed, I suppose. Many viewers only... Yeah, it's true that the vast majority of viewers lurk, and that's fine. Like, for a lot of people, it can be, I want some vaguely interesting background noise while I do something else. Because I don't know if Twitch has any numbers on it, but I think it's, something on average, it's like 5% or even less of Twitch viewers are active chatters. Not counting all the bots, obviously. Co-hosting can work if you have someone you can bounce ideas off that's interesting and doesn't get stale. That's tricky. Yeah, it's... Yeah, streaming with other people is always complicated to an extent. Just the nature of it that you have less control over things. It's easy to see streams full screen, so chatting is more difficult. Ah. I've never noticed that personally, but I don't know. I'm usually on PC, so I don't know what it's like if it's on mobile or whatever. Plus, it depends on what people are used to. There's nothing in this refinery, is there? Oh, there's some iron? Really? Where'd this come from?
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh, well, this should give me the steel plate I need to weld up the rest of it. How much of this is intact? Okay, so that thruster's... How's that thruster still working? That's an oxygen tank. Oh, okay. It's still connected to hydrogen tank. So that's one thing we have to figure out, is connecting up all the piping. I think on the front half it's basically intact. Yeah, it's pretty much fully intact, because this one only got lightly shot, as opposed to absolutely decimated. Passageways. Whereas here, it's actually mostly still intact. It's not that... it's slightly tricky to get to in some spots. Although, it looks like the holes that blasted it also blasted a space open to access them. Yeah, I don't want a little one. I linked it earlier, Electrify DJ. Let me just see if I can quickly grab the link again. Mostly intact, have like 6 separated conveyor parts. Yeah, but they're all in a straight line. There it is. That is the link for the mod that allows the magical powers. Oh. Tell me my Space Engineers is tabbed out now. What have I done? No. Oh, or is it just, it's probably just the pause just happening. So yeah, it has that functionality, and it also has a like converting conveyors between types option as well. So if you're really lazy like me, you can just whack down a million junctions and then tell it to change it to more normal tubing later. But it's really good with the transparent armor. I was working on a ship for a build contest on another Discord, and I was like, oh, I want to add some connectors to this flat space of ship. I'm like, well, hang on, where do I, what conveyor access do I have underneath? Normally, you'd have to just start deleting blocks and hoping you don't like delete something like a refinery or something behind there. Whereas with the transparency mod, you can just turn and go, okay, the conveyor slots are here, here, and here. Ah, there we go. Uh, not Mr. Fun, not in the way that a lot of people say they do. It used to be the case, I'm not entirely sure when it changed, I believe it was 2020-ish, from what I've read. It used to be the case that the conveyor lines were constantly calculated, so if you had lots of junctions, it was constantly calculating every single possible route, and that was bad for performance. Then they changed it so it only recalculates when the conveyor network is altered in some way. So you add more, you remove a block, it gets blown up in combat. Oh. So technically, conveyor junctions would still be worse, but only slightly. In the sense that it would have to recalculate the conveyor paths more often. Because it has more possible paths. I mean, it's usually best not to build with a million of them anyway. Because often things like the detailing on the normal conveyor tubes are pretty nice. Don't put that tank. Why not? What have I done wrong with this tank? Oh, I blocked the thrust port. Dang it, I thought there was one on the side. I knew that and I still did it.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yeah, the joys of dogs outside barking. And you can hear that because I have to have the windows open because it is still 20 something degrees at 10:27 p.m., which is not fun. Bearing in mind I have a desk fan right next to me as well. Yes, I very much do not enjoy these sort of summer temperatures. I'm not in Hobart Lexic time. Hobart and Launceston are even worse for hot temperatures. They can push over 30, sometimes even 35 degrees. As I'm sure Syph would probably complain about. Like I say, not to spam junctions, then I'm just placing a million cargo containers, which are essentially the same thing, but with inventory capacity. Actually, I could put a Actually, hang on. Where am I going to put side thrusters? I've only got one. That doesn't seem right. Wait, there isn't any side thrusters over here? Oh, wait. Okay, so there's these ones out at the front of it. So that means the other side must have used to have them. Oh, so before I put these armor panels here. Okay. Should probably place the thrusters first before doing the armor paneling around it. Try Arizona Center. Yeah, I imagine relative to a lot of places it's not that bad. But it's more a case of you're not used to it as much. Like how the places with the most deaths from hypothermia are normally pretty warm on average compared to really cold places. What is it? Alright. More conveyor ring. I mean, it doesn't help that where I am also tends to get a fair bit of humidity, which really doesn't help, especially with nighttime.
Inventory full.
Oh wait, there used to be an O2H2 gen here? I probably don't need that. Okay, repairs cargo container so I can chuck the stuff into it. Kind of annoying I have to use junctions because the cross shape only exists for the industrial thruster. I can't spell cross. This one. It's kind of weird that this, of all the conveyor shapes that otherwise exist in all three versions, this one is specific to that conveyor type. Uh-oh. Unable to place is not what I wanted to hear. That means there's a split grid around here somewhere. Okay, that doesn't tell me what it is. Let's try show center of mass. Wait, is it the seat? It is. Oh, okay. That's not so bad. Seat again, yes, that is true. Why is it always the seat? You perspire, but it won't evaporate. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's quite that bad for me at the moment. But yeah, it's not enjoyable either. A gyro that messes with things. Yeah, things that only have attachment points on one side, they're really easy to disconnect by accident. Wait a second. Is the connector even attached to the rest of the ship? Okay, it is. Good. I was... or not. What is this? Why is there multiple center of masses here? This doesn't seem right. Oh boy. What have I done? I am also running out of power. Reavis layers detected a potential target. I mean, worst case scenario, I can always chop off the front bit and redo it. Because, I mean, strictly speaking, it doesn't need to be this long. Okay, that's definitely moving the center of mass. Is it? Okay, where can I place... Okay, I should be able to place a block there, and I can't. I can there, but not there. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that gyroscope's still attached. Panels. Yeah, but which panels is it? It could be the upper ones. I would have assumed they're attached on that end, but maybe not. Okay. Oh, and here? Really? But the other side's still attached. Interesting. I should probably fix that connector. Yeah, Volpe, I know the edges don't connect. I was more expecting that, like, this side, it would be attached, like, at the end. Yeah, the other side's attached to the battery. Oh, well, yeah, if it's a gyroscope on that side. Did I not just get... Oh, right, I was getting the stuff with the thrusters. Let's make this a T-junction, just in case. Now I could get fiddly with trying to point this the right way. There we go. Oh, it's found another target. Oh. Oh, we have... do we have a thruster connection all the way to the back? Maybe? This ship is missing a whole lot of, ship. Yeah, it is. That is, very true. It's getting there, though. For example, the thrusters appear to be, for the most part, connected up. Which is certainly improvement over it having massive holes in the middle. I don't want to have all the thrusters there at the front, though. I suppose I could just repeat it over here. Basically the same pattern. So whereas it's like, yeah, below where the seat is. Just gotta be careful with the seat not to permanently disconnect it again. Alright, I also technically don't have a seat to pilot this thing at the moment. It's something I took on the pencil personality last session. Surprised you can go wider. Yeah, I think it was just because with the way the conveying was, it's a lot easier to do it forwards and backwards rather than next to each other. Now where did this seat go? Seat went under the jump drive. So didn't I have like a door here somewhere? Here maybe? Something like that. I suppose I could have a seat facing both ways, so you can fly it from either end. You should probably want to put the door here, so you can walk forwards to it. Oh, I just attached that. Oh, I've still got show center of mass on. Let's get rid of that. How did I miss the hotbar when dragging the door? I'm impressed. I mean, it's certainly cozy with all the flames. Do I have the bits to repair the jump drive? Would be nice. Oh yeah, and I put that on my list. I need a defense block for this ship. Yeah, more power cells. Oh, I might not be able to repair the jump drives. I might have to merge. Because the other one's also inactive as well, but I think between them they've got enough. Oh, 1.7 kilometers. Where is that submarine? Where'd it go? Looks like another one hidden asteroid. It's within 1.8 kilometers or so. Oh well. A little confusing ship design. Seems slender. Yeah, this is basically two NPC ships I stole. Merged together. So basically the story was, I got the yellow one, all fixed up, ready to go. On its first mission, it got shot up by this other one and got disabled in terms of not being flyable. But the yellow one's guns managed to take out this one's gun, such that I was able to board it, capture it relatively intact, and use it to tow the other one back. Keen their idea of things burning in space. Yeah, they just burn forever. Burning will never cease. Are these turrets even piped in? Yes, they are. You, however, are not. Why is that? You look like you should be piped in. Oh, is some of this damaged? I mean, judging by the fact I can see it on the outside, I'd say yes. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was doing. I was working on a passage line so you could walk between the two control seats. Oh, there's the pause. Subs are most successful getting into field at the same time they all crash. Yeah, it does seem to be one of the more common ones that's... Oh, I think that's because of the way their behavior works. Their behavior literally just says, go to a completely random coordinates between... I forget what the values are. I think it's like 4 and 8 kilometers from their current position. It's basically go a completely random direction unless you get damaged or you go within a certain distance of a player, at which point you become a normal ship and attack whatever you're near. So it could just be a case of there's just so many that eventually one spawns and its coordinates tell it to head straight for the asteroid field. I forgot to add if something gets in your way, turn. Yeah, I think it's MES autopilot. I don't think it can. It either can't avoid, it can't use collision evasion for asteroids, or I've got so many that it just can't handle it. But the fact they tend to not even slow down suggests to me that they just don't avoid it. In the same way that I imagine it like trying to fly through a cave would probably not work very well. Oh, there we go. So it's just that cargo container that was causing the breakage? Pathing around voxels, yeah. And it's certainly improvement over the vanilla autopilot. Okay, you still don't have a thruster connection. Just check that it's not just bugged. Okay, you do though, so you're connected. You should be piped in unless this unless this tank's damaged. I looked in it. Oh, it is. I thought I looked at that one. Maybe I only looked at the one next to it. But yes, that mod is immensely useful for this sort of thing. I mean, there's obvious reasons why you wouldn't want to say have it in multiplayer on a server where it can be used to just see through grids, for example, if you're trying to attack something. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's just this little bit. Actually, I could probably replace this bit at the back with a large thruster, rather than one little one. Why does you're saying vanilla autopilot instill subconscious fear? It does a bit, yeah. I can just whack down another tank here, I think. Is there any more thrusters on fire? That was a turret. I'm gonna fix you. Fix you. Ah. Ah, yes, where I was gonna repeat the ones on the side from over here. Wait, did I not get the build planner for the junction? It's entirely possible. Or maybe I didn't have the bits to make it. Okay, good. You're working. So if I want to make this a large thruster, what would it look like? Yeah, it seems like it's shaped to fit. I can just get rid of this
Inventory
battery. Oh. Oops. Not the floating bits. Unable to place. Alright, still more floating bits. I'm half expecting your body slam into barrel of the turret. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't flown into something and died while attempting repairs. If my battery operated tools only lasted that long on one charge, I'd be writing a stern letter to the manufacturer. Yeah, that is true. In fairness, these are elite tools that drain your suit faster. It was funny though when I had a discussion about maybe I should install the mod that gives you unlimited suit power because, you know, suit recharging isn't that interesting, you don't get much gameplay from it. And then I died to getting stuck behind the medical room without power because I couldn't see the path back. You like the sour poop? I can't speak. Like the solar power suit mod, yeah. To run more efficient, just make it run faster. Well, I suppose that's true if you're doing really big stuff. That probably overall it probably is faster, but it just feels slower with how often you have to go back to recharge. Wait a second, there was still some metal grids from this thing that I hadn't gotten. Ha! It's a speed module, not an efficiency module on the tools, yeah. It would be nice if they were both faster and used less power.
Inventory full.
Where's my inventory? Oh, the scrap metal. I was wondering that. Must be getting a lot of iron for this guy. It's a flame touch, but it runs on electricity. Yeah. In the same way that I can use an angle grinder on a thruster and basically a TV screen, and it's equally as effective. Grind the screen, you get all the parts, yeah. Or use an angle grinder on a parachute. Well, technically on the parachute, I guess it's on the block. But it's still kind of funny. But it's a precision grinder. Well, isn't it just... I forget what tier it is. Torch on glass, it's the one you don't burn a hole through it. Granted bulletproof window, yeah. But it does get kind of silly when you can like use an angle grinder on a nuclear reactor. Now obviously it wouldn't explode, but still it seems kind of weird. It's bulletproof because it proves that bullets hit it by all the impact markers. I run out of metal grids. It's entirely possible. Yeah, it appears so. Because I keep forgetting to do it, maybe I can grind some down. I mean, if I'm making thrusters, I can just grind down these ones. A drill would require a reverse setting. I do wonder if there was specific reasons why they decided to not make right-click mining a automatic option. Like in terms of ships, you can't just say, okay, I want to do right-click drilling to do a big hole and then just leave it. I don't know if maybe it's... I mean, you think maybe performance, but that doesn't really seem like much difference. Like if someone can leave a normal ship drilling quite easily. I think it was just ice on board this thing. Ice, and I need to grab the ammo. You want to see a shovel to replace voxels with gravel? Yeah, like the concrete mod, I think. They let you do those sorts of voxel filling in. And I suppose it makes sense in voxel-based games that there's always that worry about how quickly performance issues can pile up when you make lots of voxel modifications. But equally, it can be annoying then when you can't modify voxels, like Icarus. It's like, I want to have a nice stone floor, and oh, well, it's slightly under the grass in this bit. But then you wouldn't need to trick the right-click menu. Money would pull up a menu, yeah. Oh, you didn't know about the concrete mod? Yeah, it can be... I mean, that's fair enough. It's often very difficult to keep track of all the mods.
Inventory full.
Well, yes, I suppose the mineable rocks are technically voxels, but pretty much everything else isn't. Don't you like that tuft of grass in the middle of your nice flooring? Yeah, it's just amazing. Then you've got to do some weirdly elevated bit of flooring to try and hide it. I need a seat. I put a seat on this, didn't I? I did. Oh. Actually, if we just convert this thing to station, so there's less chance of it drifting off. I also need to pull the ammo out of these guns. Although it is kind of odd that with the assault can turret, even though conveyor port's there, you can access it from the outside, even though you're pretty far away.
Inventory full.
Alright. Like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't deposit the ammo. Top hatch on turret. Well, that's the thing. It doesn't have one. Like, you see if I aim there and then turn to the side, you can tell that it's the port on the other side of it. Although, admittedly, these things have screwy hitboxes in general. Wait, I did get the ammo out, right? Yes, I did. Good.
Inventory full.
Just saying RP-wise. Yeah. In the same way, a lot of things visually have hatches, even though they don't. In game, that is. Did you know the ammo port on the front of the Gatling turret is actually a conveyor port? Really? Does that mean you could do subgrid shenanigans to connect it to a conveyor?
Inventory full.
No? Dang it. Silly ideas have been
Inventory
thwarted.
full.
Where's the station? There it is. Yes? Oh, I'm upside down. Very disappointing. Unless the conveyor port is inside the block. Ah, so you'd have to do even more jankiness with it. Oh, right, you have an intact jump drive. I can use you to repair the other one. Well, the other two. Smoke be gone. Yay. And the other one. Basically, Keen seems to refuse to use the inventory access dummy and instead like to use the inventory plus conveyor one. That ZM's commander, is that just at the wreck? Oh, it just disappeared. Taming the fiber. Which is why you can connect the muzzle on the reloadable rocket launchers to medium large conveyors. Oh, right. It is surprising the amount of people who don't even know that the reloadable rocket launchers exist. Although, in fairness, if you weren't messing around with Smolgard all that much, that's not that surprising. I like how the flames just provide basically a screensaver as it's temporarily paused. Or each other, yeah. The thing I seem to remember about the brief times I've used reloadable rocket launchers is me perpetually installing them backwards. Yeah, rockets are in a weird place. I don't understand why, when they did Warfare 2 and added the artillery and the assault cannons and railguns, all you'd have to do to make rockets usable is just ditch the platinum and uranium requirement. And just have them be from the basic, pretty much the same resources as the Gatling ammo, but more expensive. Because by the time you've got platinum and uranium, you're using artillery or railguns. Like, why would you use rockets? Like, railguns have the drawback of power usage, artillery has the drawback of the resource usage, but rockets, you get the disadvantages and no advantages. Make them need hydrogen. If you had rockets require hydrogen, then they should be able to lock on. They should be homing. If they're going to rebalance missiles, that's what they should be. They should be homing. If they're going to keep them as expensive as they are. Balancing, they said, yeah. I mean, it's a sandbox game. It's not exactly... Balancing the weapons isn't the most important thing in the world. What the... Wait, is something else on fire? Wait a second. Did turning the jump drive on just set it on fire again, even though it's not damaged? What? Okay, let's just turn it off. No, something else is on fire. Still hiding. I mean, that's true, Volping, but it is also odd that the actual warhead block doesn't require uranium. It's just, yeah, iron, silicate. Like, why didn't they make the rocket basically the same as this in terms of what it costs? Maybe not quite so much, because it shouldn't be as powerful. Okay, so what's on fire here? It's not the mag plate. It's not... Armor can't be on fire. That's not how it works. So what's here that's... Is it the vent? Yes, Gruz, but of course that would mean Keen would have to fight with their spaghetti code of the way gases work in Space Engineers. Which I don't envy them trying to do. So what's on fire? It's not the bed, it's not the jump drive. Is it just the air vent? We have to get rid of the seat. No, the air vent's fine. Mystery smoke is not good. Yeah, it looks like the jump drive. Implying gases even work. Well, they work to the extent that you can fly spaceships that are hydrogen powered around. Wait, so what if I grind you down? Okay. If I grind you down, the smoke stops. Okay, I weld you back up. You're fine. Now, I turn you on. Okay, you're good. Now, what happens when I turn you back off? Oh, not showing terminal. That's not what I wanted. Showing terminal on. Toggle block off. Why? Why are you only sometimes on fire? I don't understand. Apparently, the jump drive just likes being on fire. Just point how many gyros. I've only got 3? At least 1. Yes, Marcus, that's a good use of those emotes. Another weird graphical glitch SE is famous for. Yeah, like the was it the pulsating orb that every couple of weeks you see posted on the subreddit, someone asking what it is. Whoa, that's a lot of messages. And everyone's seeing Reavers. Where are gyroscopes? Oh, jump drives have 120 power cells. Seems so obvious, but I hadn't thought of that.
Inventory full.
All walls have the same density, consider a balance thing. I think there is, yeah, the weird thing where you basically break the laws of energy conservation with ice.
Inventory full.
Oh no! Well. First time you saw it, I thought a black hole was forming. I tested by standing inside it. Oh, that's a brave testing method. This is probably a black hole. I'm going to stand as close as possible to it. Just pretend everything in SE just has names that coincide the same as real things. Yeah, it's... Space Engineers is a weird combination of arcade and realistic.
Inventory full.
Oh. Well. At least that doesn't make massive clang sounds like Skywarp does. Or clang when you aren't doing anything, yeah. I mean, grids above a certain size start to do all sorts of weird things, like the oxygen seemingly being sucked out of the space despite not being pressurized to begin with.
Inventory full.
Are you still filming the series with Splitsy, Kavak, and Black Show? Nev, you mean Stationeers? I think when we last filmed it. I mean, it was before Christmas. What's it looking for? Oh, right, that thrust that probably detached. Skype is haunted by all the ghosts of clones past. Yes, well, there'll be quite a lot of them. So that would make sense. I mean, it doesn't help with the number of subgrids attached to it. Is rather impressive. Between the various welding things and just the complete other ships and fighters. I mean, it's surprising it works as well as it does. I suppose the one advantage it does have on site is it's so heavy that things tend not to affect it too badly. I imagine it'd be worse if it's something really large but also fairly light. I do have a grinding ship, but it's... where is it? This wreckage station. Yeah, the problem is if I push it, I try to remember how Nev's mod works for forcing things to be mobile. I think it looks at split events, so... I mean, I could certainly try it. Where are we? Here we are. Alright, wrong connector. Keep doing that. It's also rather underpowered. You know what? Let's give you a nice and bright colour. Something a bit jazzy. Let's go... Ooh, yeah. Bit of green. The really good thing all my enemies are colorblind. That's true. Oh, right, yeah, full cargo at 100,000 kilos-ish. I haven't got any stuff in it. Why is its inventory still full? I thought I fixed that. Unless... Is it other conveyors, maybe? Why is it still full of stuff? Oh, it must be the bottom ones. I'm guessing I never plugged in with the other containers. Thank you for the raid, Fraggy New Zealand. I should just be able to hook up the bottom connector and move everything across pretty quickly manually. New Zealand and Australia joining forces? What is this? Did you just finish streaming Space Engineers again? Another thing when you quick dump stuff into a cargo box conveyor, shove it to the far side. Well, I got rid of the conveyor saw that was doing it. Yeah, the stream's been pretty good. Nothing's exploded, although I think chat would maybe dispute whether that's a good thing or not. New Zealand, East Australia. I mean, the amount of people who think Tasmania's in New Zealand. We just go hide empty, and then we just go... Okay, did that do it? No? I want to keep mashing the wrong connector. Are these... No, they should all be connected. It's all these bottom ones, aren't they? Yeah, that one should be connected. Weird. So why can't I just pull stuff from it? Oh. Ah, Reaver's getting close enough to be angry at me. Where are they? Don't see them. Oh, the Impaler. Over there. Turned on some thrusters and heard some nice noises, but no damage. So that was, yeah, that was weird. Let's see if I can just pull the cargo through now. That's weird, it just wasn't showing up before. It's not pulling stuff back into itself, is it? Nope. Weird. Okay, now let's check. Yay, it's clear of infantry. Now, to see... Wait, why have I got smoke? Where is this smoke coming from? A gyroscope. It is. How did that happen? Much better. Oh, that's the thing I forgot about Retro Future. It is rather reflective of the sunlight. It's weird. Without the sunlight, it's incredibly dark, but with it, it goes very shiny. Was able to deposit stuff through a sorter backwards. Sorters are weird sometimes. Wait. Oh! Well, yeah, that gyro is in front of a thruster. How did I not see that? How did... What? When did I... Okay, clearly it's meant to be there. I don't know how I did that. Clearly have an impressive attention to detail. Oh, that sounded like ice. Okay, looks like I picked it up. Good. So at roughly 100,000 kilos, this ship is for 57. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Good. Seems like inventory's almost full. Oh. Reverse. My inventory should almost be full. Oh no, the grinders have quite a bit of storage space in them. Well, they are nearly full. Okay, so it's 122,000 by the looks of it. Okay, can I reverse out of here without catastrophe? Or reversing into another ship? Yes, you can tell this was originally a drilling ship by how the grinders are sort of just pasted onto the underside of it. I think what I could do for this is have a little separate connector with a conveyor sorter to shove everything inwards. Oh, I could use the side of the cargo container. Oh. Yep, the game decides to have its quick little break. Hopefully I'm not too heavy with my lack of thrust. That I just crashed into the asteroid. I wonder if that's a thruster or the weird retro future that looks like this green flame shooting at my cockpit. I'm guessing that's just a reflection of the thruster. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that was a good suggestion for the grinder ship. Because despite the fact I knew it was there, I still forgot about it. So there's no enemy ships around. I mean, there's something 3.7 kilometers away, but that's fine. I suppose I could stick some more thrusters on the side of this thing. I must be wondering if it's worth making like a little large grid grinder ship. It's basically just grindos. Grindos is an interesting combination of words. Grinders, cargo containers, and some thrusters, and like a gyro, and that's pretty much it. Because even with like just one large cargo container, I could have a lot of capacity for taking stuff. Okay. Damn. Oh wait, conveyor sort is under junction, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Now, I need to move a bit away. Thank you for follow Fabian Larco. Now, if I do this, is it going to immediately steal all the components? Because I don't want it to do that. I only want it to conveyor sorter. Do you have anything in you? Okay, no you do not. Good. That's what I like to see. The fact it's doing nothing is success. But it should hopefully pull in the components from this thing. Show any inventory of current ship. Oh, looks like it's working. Conveyor sorter is having inventory go through it, that's good. Okay, where's the stuff going? Have we done all of it? I'm not seeing any more change. It's not pulling... Cargo container 18, 8 and 9. You 3, what are you doing? Or is it just going slowly? Oh, right. Obviously, ice is not components. I want to pull everything. This is ion powered, so I don't need to worry about fuel. Pull ammo, pull ingots, pull ore. I don't know why I have hand tools for sure. You just have to pull in assert thrusters. There we go. Much better. Why do I always assume the game's bugging when it's just me screwing up settings? Yeah, I suppose I could have done it the other way around, developing game, and that's certainly true. Could set the connector on the ship to throw out all. My worry with that would be triggering automatically. Or me triggering it by accident. And chucking everything out the back of the grinder ship. It does sound like the kind of thing I'd do by accident. Probably should find a way to stack the grinders better at the front so I can just grind through the ship without having to worry about colliding with things. You pressed the wrong button, never. I've pressed the wrong button many times. Like, I'm sure we've all done it, when you try to rotate a block in Space Engineers, you just mash the page up, page down, and the home keys until it ends up the right way. Whoa! Okay, that was a bit. Ooh, that could have been a lot worse. That was scary. That bit of ice decided to try and fire me away. Luckily, there was nothing behind me. Yeah, that's probably why I should have the grinders cover the front of the ship. So if something like that happens, the ice just flies over the top rather than hitting the cockpit and sending it flying. What's with me and high energy ice? Yeah. We don't get along. Surprised the grinder didn't end up eating the ice. Yeah, I think it was a case of the grinder was grinding very low on the block. So when the ice came out, it was too high up for the grinder to grab it. Yeah, because normally it would. Like I've got like 26,000 ice in here. It's been able to grab some of it. I think it's just depending on the angle. Oh, that was a bit of a bump. I suppose I could attach some more cargo containers there, because they're all... Yeah, because those junctions have full conveyor ports on the side. Although I definitely need more thrusters if I'm doing that. Oh, is this heavy armor? Ah, looks like it. Oh, it's split. Oh, it's becoming mobile. Give chase. More cargo go lateral drive. We probably have to do both. One would require the other. Well, I suppose if you mean large grid, that would be the opposite choice. Uh-oh. I think the whole thing's moving. Or that little bit is. I suppose this is one of the trade-offs with Ned's mod, is that when a grid splits, it becomes mobile like it's supposed to. No, now I'm just pushing it further away. Well. Get the bits. I mean, they're traveling slow enough, they shouldn't do any significant damage. Don't get why devs made grid grinders make stuff move. I mean, it's more because they're pushing against it. But yeah, it is kind of annoying. Maybe I just need to approach it more carefully. Yeah, that went pretty well. But as it's getting towards midnight, I'm going to finish the stream here. I'll be back Saturday for more Valheim. I finally found a troll and killed one. So I'll see you then.